It's the end of the Fantastic Four as we know them! Fantastic Four 583 is shipping this month, and supposedly it's going to be the death of one of the members of Fantastic Four. Because of that, Fantastic Four is our Hero of the Month here at Alternate Reality, which means all of my trade paperbacks and back issues are 25% off all month long. All my softcovers, all my hardcovers, all my essentials, all my masterworks, everything. 25% off all month long. So come on down to the store and celebrate the death of a member of the Fantastic Four by saving 25% off here at Alternate Reality.
First he reads them, and then he judges them. Here's Sweet Dan, Sweet and Comic Book Man.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
He's back. That's right. Sweet and Sweet's talking Daredevil Reborn and Steel #1.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Sweet Talking with Sweet Dan, Sweet and Comic Book Man. And you do the rest.
Oh, from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone, including you. Including folks who buy DC Comics and folks who buy Marvel Comics, folks who buy even indie comics. But today, Dan...
Even indie comics? Like those aren't the same as regular comics?
Independent comics.
They're great indie comics.
That's right.
Even folks who buy great indie comics.
There's DC Marvel, which are mainstream, and then indies.
I'm just speaking up for the little man, dude.
Well, you keep speaking up for the little man because that's what you do best. That and telling us about the Circle of Life, which is why Dan's here today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Circle of Life. There's life, there's death, there's birth, there's rebirth, there's getting put in the ground.
There's rebirth.
There's all sorts. Yeah, there's all that stuff.
There's hot wings.
There's hot wings. And today, Dan's reviewing not one but two books that talk about the Circle of Life, and they are Daniel,
Daredevil Reborn #1 of 4, and Steel.
Which is a one-shot.
One-shot.
Which is a one-shot.
They call it #1. I think they should just say Steel, one-shot.
Well, yeah, but everything gets a #1, even at DC.
I know.
Okay.
I hate it.
So what do you want to go with first? Reborn or Steel?
All right. Well, to be reborn,
yes,
you got to die.
I guess you do.
So we're going to start with Steel.
Okay. Why are we starting with Steel?
Because it appears as though DC has run out of ideas to use for John Henry Irons. And so they sent Doomsday after him in the most in the most implausible way I could imagine. Unplausible? Implausible?
No, implausible. Implausible.
It's impossible.
Possibly implausible.
Impossibly implausible.
Yes.
Anyway, Doomsday shows up in Metropolis, no less. Beats
good
the
place.
holy hell out of Steel.
Yes.
Not a single DC character comes running.
Well, so much for that. Yes.
Nobody
Moving
comes
on.
to help. Nobody comes to help.
Nobody.
Not a soul.
Well, his niece is running around trying to.
And she has... Where is the Justice League, the Justice Society, the Teen Titans, the Doom Patrol, Checkmate, Batman, Supergirl?
You know where they're at? You know where they're at? They're turning their back on the black man.
I don't think that's it. I think DC might be, but I think that... I mean, and that's the thing, is like, there's no... why didn't you call the Justice League, Steel? They're not here. Where the hell are they?
There's a throwaway line in there where he says he tries to contact him. And I forget what
They're
it is that
in
he says.
space,
But there is a throwaway line
off-planet.
about he tried to get a hold of Justice League.
They're off planet.
They're gone somewhere.
Their home base was off planet for a long time, and they still got there in the nick of time.
Transporters.
So Superman gets his ass beat and killed, and then all of a sudden Steel's supposed to stand up to Doomsday. It's a load of horse nonsense.
Yes.
I didn't like it.
No?
I thought it was just lazy writing, stupid storytelling. The art by Ed Benes is really nice, because Ed Benes' art is really nice, but even that was just like...
Didn't help?
Average. It's like he phoned it in.
Phoned it in.
They don't know what to do with Ed Benes. He's a big draw artist who can't draw anything but birds of prey.
This is part 1, the Steel Stories, part 1 of the Reign of Doomsday storyline, which is the next big event they're going to have in the Superman universe coming up this spring. And as you said, in the end of this, Steel gets killed, apparently, by Doomsday, who flies off with the body. What I have heard is that Doomsday is going off to see Darkseid.
And Doomsday could fly.
And that Darkseid has something to do with all of this at some point, but we shall see.
Boo.
None of that's in here, but that supposedly is what happens at some point down the road. This is an augmented Darkseid. Or Darkseid. Doomsday. He seems to. He could
grow metal bones.
Yeah, he seems to adapt to whoever he's fighting to.
Yeah,
sort of like
the
Super Adaptoid over.
I get
sort of,
that,
kinda.
and that's neat. But I mean, it's like he shows up, he grunts the word steel.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
It's like, come on. It's just it's such a lazy device, and part of the reason was this book wasn't originally solicited to be a part of this series.
What was it?
The original outline for the Steel story was Steel versus Amazo. You know
Oh,
what
okay,
I mean?
really?
Yeah, and then DC editorial mandated that this is the new plan of action.
Okay, so this would be the first part of the...
We're taking,
thing.
you know, Steel out of the game, or whatever. We're taking all the substitute Supermen out of the game and seeing what happens. And that's really stupid because they just launched a Superboy series that I really like, and now I got to buy this stupid thing. So skip issue 5 of Superboy as well. Preemptive strike.
Oh, it'll still be written by the same guy.
It will be.
You'll like it.
Yeah, you know.
Well, if that's no good, then how is the Reborn part of the Circle of Life and Daredevil Reborn #1, which is a miniseries that Marvel shipped this week to try to figure out what's going on with Matt Murdock, who's out.
I like how we're both doing this with our hands.
Who's
all
out?
of a sudden.
Who's out walking the highways
This is TV.
and the byways?
TV. See, this is TV.
Out walking the highways and byways of the land.
Yeah, I don't get it. They surgically
removed. He's David Banner.
They surgically removed
Superman.
Hell's Kitchen from the Daredevil, story.
He's out finding
He
himself.
is no longer the defender of Hell's Kitchen. Black Panther is.
He's taking a walk in the wilderness.
So-
he's a hard traveling hero out to find America.
But other than that, everything's the same. He's still blind.
You want him to have eyes? What, you want his sight to get fixed
Well,
all
I
of a
figure
sudden?
when you're reborn, you get a whole new body, right?
I think the Reborn is a spiritual rebirth from the inside.
Oh, because he was such a spiritually motivated character.
Well, he sort of was.
No, he totally was.
I mean, they really hammered
his
home the Catholicism.
His Catholic upbringing was a big part, and
That was Frank Miller.
Dressed up like the devil. It was a lot of symbolism in those books. But
Now
in
he's
the
got
end-
now he's probably going out into the great unwashed Midwest, where he'll become
unwashed Midwest.
well, where he'll become a Protestant. So there you go. He's about to become an evangelical Baptist.
I'm hoping he's headed for Utah and polygamy.
Mormon.
You know?
There you go. He's gonna go. He's
gonna join a polygamous
and it'd be
sect.
reborn as a Mormon.
It feels a little bit like the movie Walking Tall.
Okay.
Matt Murdock just walking down the side of the road.
Yeah. No, I see what you're. Yeah,
And white trash abounds in this small town. He finds another little blind boy in the first town he walks into.
Well, not so much Walking Tall, but yeah, I mean that's a fine reference. But the first Rambo movie.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, Johnny Rambo comes to town,
much better.
and all he does is catch crap from the local sheriff.
Yeah.
Everybody there, you don't belong here. Let me drive you out of town. Get out of here. We don't want you here. We don't like your kind here. Blah blah blah.
And the really funny thing is, because of all the stuff that went on in the previous Daredevil series, all the sheriff has to do is Google the word Matt Murdock, and he gets a big picture of Daredevil.
He's a superhero.
So I mean, they spilled the beans in the first issue. It looks remarkable.
Yeah.
David Gianfleece.
I thought that was a little sloppy.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
It's reminiscent of like Eduardo Rizzo's stuff on 100 Bullets, or
very loose. The art's very loose.
Or you get I get more of a classic feel from it. I really really dig it. It's a good style in my opinion. But yeah, it does feel a little bit liquid. I like it.
Okay.
Fluid.
Well, that's just a preference on my part. I mean, I'm not saying the art's bad. I just thought it was a little loose. I like my art a little tighter, a little more classical. But that doesn't mean it's wrong. That doesn't mean it's bad.
No, it means it's different, and different is good. So
Yes,
give
it
it a
is.
shot,
Yes, it is.
because this book is leading somewhere cool, I think. But we'll see. Andy Diggle's a good writer. He gave us The Losers. He's given us some good stuff. So I'm holding out hope for the end of this series to see what happens. Because, if Black Panther's hanging out in the kitchen for a while, what's Daredevil going to do? Hopefully not go fight off in space.
He's going to walk the highways and byways of the land, getting himself reborn as a Baptist.
He's pulling a Superman.
or a Mormon.
He's pulling a Superman.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
They're finishing Straczynski's story over at Marvel in the Daredevil
Yes,
title.
they are.
Straczynski
With a bunch of cracker cops.
Straczynski didn't care.
You know?
Stick around to finish it.
I got to take a shot where I can at Straczynski.
Anyway,
was a poke.
so that's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more time for reviews, but you go to the store's website and you can read all the reviews you want from this guy.
Oh, man.
Whenever. You should do it
Whenever.
right now.
There's thousands
or
of them.
early in the morning when you first wake up,
And
right
where's-
before you go to sleep.
Where's the store's website at?
Sarah knows.
www.myalternatereality.com.
Okay.
So stop off at the store's website, check out all his reviews, and until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
Inside and out.
This is Sweet Dan Sweet.
Saying...
I love you. Bye!
Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.